So, how exactly are the Yankees going to replace DJ Lemahieu? Because he might not make the opening day team. Let's talk about that. Hey, gang, I hope you're doing well. First piece of news I didn't mention last night, but the Yankees have optioned out Yorvit Vivas, versatile infielder, back to AAA. No surprise there. I do think he's best suited right now at AAA playing, especially if he's going to be considered as the guy to replace KLUBER Torres at second base after the season. He needs to play on a daily basis. And if he's here on the bench waiting and he's not playing, he's sitting, that's not going to help his development. We need him to continue to develop. So, um, I'm excited to have him here, and I do think he could be a fixture. The Yankees have a lot of infield depth, and he's got versatility, and he could be a credible replacement to KLUBER Torres. Should KLUBER Torres leave? I know some fans want him to stay. I totally get it, and but we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll honestly see what happens. But the question of the day is, how are the Yankees going to replace this man, DJ Lemahieu? He had a foul ball off his right foot. He's got a deep bone bruise. The X-rays did come up clean. He's got no fracture in the foot, which is good. But it's going to take a while to recover properly. And he's an older player, so Aaron Boone has expressed a little concern that he might not be ready for opening day. So the Yankees have to have a plan. And obviously, the guy who would have been the logical replacement for him, Oswald Peraza, is also hurt. So that doesn't help the Yankees' situation right now. And I know there's an appetite for Gio Urshela, who's a former Yankee, but he's with the Tigers right now. Okay, and he has not been cut yet or anything like that. He may go with some younger option in the infield, but we don't know. Okay, he's had a decent spring, and I would totally understand if they waited for him to potentially get cut, but I don't know if they want to wait that long because he might not get cut. We just don't know. So, how do the Yankees pivot now at this point? I mean, there's some guys. You got Kevin Smith and Mike Jones, who can play the outfielders and the infield. So we have saying Jordan Groshans as well. Some guys that they brought in, under the wire, under the radar this offseason, who could represent depth pieces in the infield. And again, and do the Yankees want to go outside in free agency? Because right now you'd have to trade for Gio Urshela. And do the Yankees want to trade for somebody? I don't know. Which is why I would consider Josh Harrison. Okay, who's a jack of all trades, just like the Yankees signed D-Day to be. He's older, but he just got told by cut by the Reds on Monday. So they told him he wasn't going to make the team. So, and again, he's 36, yes, but he also is a jack of all trades. He plays most of the infield positions except for first base. And I know the Yankees are looking for somebody who can also play short, which Peraza would have done as well. But, this is an opportunity to bring in somebody who could also transition to a versatile bench player, depending on who they have at the bench afterward. So when DJ comes back and he goes back and takes his spot, this is somebody that they can keep after DJ comes back, and he can play multiple positions, multiple days a week if the Yankees want him to do that on the cheap. So he represents to me a logical fit, Josh Harrison. So, and again, this is a low maintenance guy. He's a stellar defender, which is good, and this is something that's not going to hurt the Yankees defensively. So I like that. I know there's been talk about, and we've even mentioned Donovan Solano. But the problem with Donovan Solano, even the other guys that I mentioned, Will Myers and some of these other guys, is these guys are older veteran players, but they have not had a camp. They have not had had an opportunity to ramp things up, right, and be ready for opening day. And that's a problem, especially for older players. So Solano would be nice, but he would be a month behind everybody. Josh Harrison, at the very least, he's had a camp. So, and Gio Urshela came in late. He came in after Josh Harrison. So that's another thing to factor in too. But Josh Harrison, to me, represents probably the most logical fit at this point. Now, would I be? I don't know how the bench is going to be currently constructed. One of them is going to be a catcher. There's always a catcher on the bench, and most likely Trent Grisham, right? So, and then who after that? Oscar Gonzalez. He's definitely made a case. He plays the outfield. Kevin Smith. He's made a case. He can play multiple infield positions, including shortstop, and he's got a pretty good bat, pretty good defender too. So all these guys can represent fits. Jones, Groshans, and somebody like Harrison could be pretty good bench pieces. And again, the bench would be better than it was last year when we had like Franchi Cordero and Willie Calhoun and Jake Bowers and Billy McKinney. It would still be a pretty significant upgrade on the bench. And he's a type of player where we might not need him to play it all the time. and he could still do the job that they would need him to do, the Yankees. So that to me makes him a logical fit. Okay. Is he the first choice? Probably not. At this point, Solano would have been the first choice, but he'll be a month behind everybody. And that's not what the Yankees would need somebody to be ready by opening day. Okay. And Harrison has that ability to do that because he's only missed a few days. So, and he's probably keeping himself in the game shape as well, as far as I know. And but I can't prove that, but I would have guessed he would be. So, let me know what your thoughts are. Who else would you put in here? Would you be happy if they brought Giorgio back? Do you think they should wait to see if the Tigers actually cut him? Okay, I wouldn't do it only because there's no guarantee. Harrison's cut. Okay, so he's available right now. They could sign him today, and he could be back. He could be here tomorrow or tonight. So that's an easy fix for the Yankees on the cheap, and getting him a steady veteran presence here in the clubhouse who could help mentor the young kids too. And he can play again with the versatility and defensive prowess. So to me, that represents a logical fit. Okay. At this point, nothing's going to be really flashy. So, and this doesn't need to be flashy, but again, they need to find somebody consistent and steady to replace DJ Lemahieu while he recovers. And again, do they want to, rush him back? No. So somebody who can capably fill a position while they let him. He's a veteran player. He's a little bit older, DJ, so it might take him a little longer to heal. And again, you hit the ball with your right foot. That's a tough spot. These guys are playing in cleats. He doesn't wear an ankle or foot brace when he's batting, so he's not like he doesn't have fully braced like Aaron Judge and some of these other guys are. So it's going to take a little bit of time. And if it takes a couple weeks, it takes a few weeks. But who do you think, gang? I mean, can you think of anybody else that would represent a good fit in terms of who the Yankees would be wise to bring in, consider on the bench? So make sure you're subscribed to this channel, by the way, okay? If you're not subbed to this channel, I don't want you to miss anything because I want to talk about this because it's clear that the Yankees are looking to fill out the rest of their roster, whether it be the bench, whether it be the bullpen, okay, and even probably the fifth man in the rotation. There's a couple of decisions that they still have to make, okay? They have a little bit of time to do it. And again, guys get cut at the end of this spring every year. So the Yankees will make a few roster moves at some point. So to finalize their 40-man and their 26. So expect some moves in the near future. I don't know what they're going to be, but this is a move that they have to make. Now they have a couple options in-house, and do they represent an upgrade over a guy like Josh Harrison is the question. It's up to us to decide. You have basically Kevin Smith, Groshans, a couple of the dudes. I don't know. I mean, I like the experienced veteran of Harrison. So, but you let me know what your thoughts are, gang. Let's talk about it. If anything else comes out today, you're gonna get it here. Talk to you later.